We're midway through filming the ultimate episode 20 on the backyard trails, and I want to ride my bike, but I need to put the Öhlins forks back on because I went and rode some brand new trails, which was amazing, but these hadn't arrived yet. These are little spacers that turn my 100mm hub into a 110 boost hub so it can go in this fork. So before I do upgrades, which will blow your mind, I never thought that these parts would enter a dirt jump bike or this workshop space. Let's put this fork back on my jump bike. Yes, they look mega. I should have never taken them off. I should have just never gone riding. Should have just lay here playing Xbox, doing nothing, waiting for this moment where the boost spacers have arrived and we can test these Öhlins forks. That is the greatest dirt jump fork I've ever had on a bike. It really is. But this isn't the purpose of this video. I've given the bike a good clean because I'm going to put some serious upgrades on it now. Firstly, this. So you guys probably know what these are. The Cain Creek E-Wings cranks, which... oh man, look at that. They're titanium. They exist on my other bikes. They make them in 175mm cranks, 170mm cranks, but these are the first 165mm E-Wings cranks, titanium cranks in the country. I know that for a fact, and they're about to go on this bike. The reason that's so important is this. A 170 does not work on this bike. The alcatraz is so short, I've designed it to be so short, good for tricks, good for spinning, that when you spin the wheel backwards, there's only that much clearance between the pedal and the tyre. Like, it's nothing. And then you add the toes of a shoe, and it's a miracle that you can even do bar spins. It's actually only because you drop your heels when you bar spin that it works. But I often skim the tyre on the front of my shoe when I do bar spins. It's crazy. So that 5mm of 170 doesn't work. I have to run 165 cranks on this bike. So Cain Creek have only gone and done just that. And that will make this the lightest crank because it's the smallest. Ben, please feel this. That's metal.
Oh my god!
It makes me laugh. It's lighter than carbon fibre.
It felt like you didn't actually give me anything.
I wish the YouTube viewer could hold out their hand and I place it in. But instead, let's weigh a crank arm. What's he got now? Plastic bottle.
Nice one, Moose. Go recycle that, yeah?
That'll be loud. There he goes. How much does this weigh? Look at the complexity of that titanium machining.
Wow.
It's like something from a Transformers movie, like futuristic metallic engineering. What does it weigh? 157 grams for a metal crank arm, which doesn't really mean anything, but if we weigh, let's weigh a Red Bull can. Oh god.
Nice.
Sugar-free, so lighter. 260 feet, it literally weighs half of a Red Bull can. It weighs 2 grams more than a sticker. It weighs only 20 grams more than a plastic tub of pencils. Silverline pencils, which are lightweight pencils, by the way. That is how light that crank is. Isn't that cool? The whole axle's titanium, both cranks. Let's get this bung off. I mean, as a pair of cranks, 364 grams. That's mental. That is insane. Yeah, the pair weighs only a bit more than a can of Red Bull. Ah, that's nuts. So, you can see how those two bits fit together, which is very cool. They slot together. There's a 10mm Allen key bolt that goes in the end. But one thing I love the most about these cranks is this sort of lock ring is metal. On race face cranks, on most carbon cranks, they're plastic and they don't hold tight and the thread isn't great. But the fact that that's metal means you can adjust like the width of the overall crank. You don't have to play around with spacers too much. I don't really know what I'm explaining here, but the fact that it's metal works fantastically. It is a nice touch. So let's put them on the bike. I'm buzzing about this. So we've added Öhlins forks. We're about to add cranks, which I've said before the price tag of this, it is mind-bending. They're about £1,000, something like that. It might be a bit less now. But as an upgrade, as something I've endorsed for a long time, I've been fascinated by these cranks because they're so premium, but I always knew they're never going to be on my jump bike, and I accepted that. But now, an Öhlins fork, never thought it'd be on there. These cranks, whole new categories and realms of steeze, is it not?
It is.
And we could change the chainring to match in a way, but that is so sick and smart. Right, let's take them off the bike. Let's put them on. Wow, there's ball bearings falling out. No, they're not. It was just mud.
As if you just interrupted the B-roll for that.
Sorry, I know. Did I just interrupt it?
Yeah.
You know what I've just realised?
What?
This bottom bracket, the race face one, is the same like internal diameter, so I could just put the tie crank straight in, but they also supplied the latest bottom bracket, which bottom brackets aren't like exactly thrilling, but this one is. It's called the Hellbender bottom bracket, a name that I don't even know if I'm personally capable of pulling off. If I can ride a product called the Hellbender. But this, oh man, it matches the forks.
As if.
Couldn't be a better match, in fact. Spot on. The Hellbender bottom bracket, these bearings are very, very advanced. I chatted to the guys from Cain at a trade show, and they searched the planet for the best bearings, and they found that in a sausage factory, there's a bearing that spins so fast and under so much load that it was the perfect bearing for this job, and they replicated it. You might think I'm joking, like that is the sort of thing I'd make up. I swear to you that that's a fact.
Wow.
Sausage factory bearings. And it's called the Hellbender. And they match.
So sick.
Sorry for interrupting this build laps. Let's build laps it up. So smart. That is a magnificent upgrade. I love that they're not polished and they're raw titanium. And we did quite a bit of umming and ahhing with chain rings. There was the option. I couldn't use the blue one again because it's got a race face fitment. This is SRAM. I could have gone gold, which matches the chain. That's better. That's like a completed look, isn't it? What a thing to have on a jump bike with those forks. Let's just check the clearance. It's going to be, yeah, that's fine. Just checking that they're 165 like they said. So sick. Bottom bracket looks great in there. Mate, I'm pumped with that. So happy. More upgrades. So, that's not it. We've also got a brake. Look at this packaging as well. Don't you think packaging's a big thing?
Definitely.
It's very nice. The people at Madison and Shimano kindly have sent me a very, very, very sick brake. The XTR brake. Very posh. And given that the one on there now is black, it's got some gold accents, which is smart. But this, with the cranks and everything, too good. And it's lighter. And XTR is like powerful. Is it 4-pot brake? Yeah. It's like dual piston on both sides, which is more powerful than the old XTR stuff. And I run my back brake on the right hand side of my dirt jump bike, so it's going to look like that, which is cool. Very smart. Very light. The only problem is, being a right hand lever, that in the UK makes it a front brake, so this is a front brake, and therefore the hose isn't long enough to go all the way to the back wheel. So I'm going to have to take this to Brink and get a longer hose put on it. But that is going to go on. It's still an upgrade, but it's not. It'll be in episode 20. It'll be in the lockdown trails video. Other things. Halo sent me these. These are fully available from Halo. And the very cool thing is, I think that this is a perfect match for the bike. And it's kind of a choice. So there's no green on this bike, so I'm not going to go with green at the top. But I am going to go with these bottom ones because of the pink front end, the Olin sort of gold. That, there is no better sticker for these rims to match all that stuff. But I'm going to leave blue on the back end because the back of this bike is only blue. So I'm going to change these front stickers now with these Halo ones. And again, with the Chaos ones, I'll probably go for the top. And we've got a dyed bro kit, and I'll figure out some other stuff. I want to do a handlebar change. Let's do these stickers. Looks a lot better. They look like they were made for this frame, which is very, very sick. So, next job, these are the Gusset S2 bars, and they're the high-rise ones. These are like slightly higher rise than what I'm used to running, which are these 20mm rise. And I'm going to swap back to the 20. I put these on because there was rumours that high-rise bars are better for bar spins and things, but I've not really experienced any of that. And I ended up putting them on and putting my spacers on top anyway, so the stem sat lower, but but my grip's sat higher. So I may as well just run the low-rise one. And so I do think they look better. So I'll quickly do that now. I've got a nifty little pipe cutter. So if you line that up with the markings, they're 60. So if I go 60 this end, 60 that end, it will take it off. And I do run my bars at about 730 mil wide. So I'm going to try and line it up with 65. And it's quite sick. You just keep turning it, scores the bar, and it'll come off. Should have taken the packaging off really, but I used to love high-rise bars back in the day. It was like a thing and a theme and a bit of a fashion, but low-rise bars feels good. The only other benefit to this is when you do tuck no-handers and you pass the bars up your legs and into your lap, they do sit there a bit nicer, which is why BMXers can like activate a no-hander so fast. Shame we don't see any from you, Ben.
Always struggled with my handles.
Really?
Yeah.
But those cranks and forks, my word, that's like aerospace technology in two things that are going to go on a bike that gets ghosted and bailed off of jumps and into foam pits. Bit weird, but I'm a very, very, very lucky lad. There we go. Weigh that in. Scrap. So I'll cut the other side and put these bars on. Better. They do look more sleek. Most people probably won't even see the difference. I mean, we're talking 10 mil. Do you notice the 10 mil, Beck? Different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got roped into that one. No, that is cool. Over the last few years, the Alcatraz has always been the centre of my dirt jumping, trails, slope style. But now all of these way sicker bits are just getting put on it, all on the same frame. It's unbelievable. It is a shame I can't put the XTR brake on, but I'll get over to Brink and swap the hose. I was just expecting to open the box and find a longer hose, but it was the wrong one. So, lastly, this. I've got a few options of dyed bro over here, look. There's that. The Stevie Smith signature one. It's got red on it, which isn't going to work. I thought this was going to be the perfect one, but it's also got red on it, the Canadian flag, which, as much as Stevie Smith was an absolute legend, it won't go over the bike, so I'll save that for an enduro bike. This is going to be the one. I've not even seen it yet, but it's black. It's got... It's literally Backyard Trails themed. Tortoise,
Whoa.
great white shark. We haven't got a sloth feature yet, but we should make one. What does it say? Pray for... Oh, this was the Australian fire one. Pray for Straya. That's sick. I'm actually pumped to run that.
Cool.
And it says good day, mate, on it. It's got a kangaroo.
That's sick.
Yes. And a koala, bro. Definitely wasn't a sloth. It was a koala. I discovered the origin and the country a bit late. Should we put that on now?
Yeah, put it on, mate.
Beck, can I borrow your hairdryer, please?
Yeah, you always do anyway.
Not really, just once a month when I change the kit. Sick, isn't it? This is frame protection, it's not just a sticker. It actually protects the paintwork. It sticks on very, very well, and it's advisable to use a hairdryer and like a credit card. In fact, no, it comes with a little, this thing on the floor to squeeze all the air bubbles out. Let's do it now, and then other than the brake, this is the best bike I've ever had for dirt jumping. And we'll head out to the trails and try the forks and the cranks in episode 20. So I'll throw this on now and let you enjoy some artistic flair from Ben behind the lens, who's good at all that stuff. Let's roll.
Moose. 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 How's your day going, mate?